Hey guys, it's Lee here for IMineBlocks. So in this video I just want to kind of bring you all up to speed on a couple of the crypto activities that I've been doing in the last probably around about 2 weeks. So that was the time that I posted my last video. So I wanted to just bring you guys up to speed of what I've been doing kind of behind the scenes. So I've been doing a lot of different things. And but to be honest, each one of those individual things didn't really warrant a video for each individual activity. So what I wanted to do is just cover a bunch of different things in this video, and to give you guys a general update on my crypto sort of mostly mining activities. So what I'm going to be covering in this video is a couple of different things. First off is keeping your hardware wallet recovery phrases safe. Second up, we've got automatic exploding fire extinguisher balls. Yeah, for real, that's a real thing. I'll bring you up to date on the Elcheapo rig. Some changes have happened there, and also the 13 GPU miner, which you would have seen in some of my previous videos. I've moved the location of that, and a few other bits and pieces sort of as we go through. So they're the main sort of things that I'm going to be covering in this video today. And like I say, hopefully it shouldn't run any more than 10 minutes or so, but just bring you guys up to speed on all of my kind of activities. So let's start with the hardware wallet recovery seeds and keeping those safe first of all. So I'll show you what I bought. I basically bought a safe for it. So I'll show you that now, and I'll explain why I chose it and the reasons for that. So let's jump over to that now. Right, so these are my hardware wallets. So I've got the KeepKey at the top, we've got the Ledger, and we've got the Trezor. Now these are designed to keep your crypto coins safe, whether it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum. And I have every confidence that each one of these devices, no matter which one you choose, would keep your crypto safe. So each one has, obviously the hardware wallet itself, it physically keeps your coins safe. They also have PIN protection, and you can also add password protection as well. The problem is with each one of these devices, and I kind of realized this a little while ago, is that each one requires a seed recovery phrase, so that in the event of you losing the device or the device gets damaged, destroys, go faulty, you can reuse your recovery phrase to restore the device. Now the problem is that recovery phrase is just a handwritten note, and I'll show you an example in a second. So what I wanted to do is keep the recovery phrases safe. So what I did was I purchased this, which is a fire and waterproof safe. So here's the actual device here. It's a pretty big lump, really heavy, but it didn't cost very much money. It cost about £50. So I bought this really to keep those recovery phrases safe. So effectively you end up with a two-part system. So I've got my recovery phrases in here, and then I've got the hardware wallets here. And you want to keep these separate from each other. You don't really want the two of them together. So I've decided to keep this safe here. So I'll just show you. I've unlocked it. It just has a key locking mechanism. It's quite sturdy design. And this is what I've got inside. So I have the recovery seeds for each one of my hardware wallets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the safe and put that into a super secure and safe place, separate from the hardware wallets. So in the event of that, each one of these gets damaged, lost, stolen, or whatever, I have the recovery phrases safe and secure, locked away. Next up, let's go and take a look at the automatic fire extinguishers. So I'll show you what I've done there. Okay, so now we are back in the garage. So if you look down, try and get that angle for you, you'll notice that there is a bit missing on the bottom, and the part that is missing is the Elcheapo rig. So the Elcheapo rig has moved on. It's found a new home. I sold it. So I got a really good offer for the Elcheapo rig, mostly because the graphics cards were obtained at a good price. So I decided to sell the whole thing as one package. I did take one graphics card from the new miner for the 13 GPU rig, and I put it on the Elcheapo rig as well. So the Elcheapo rig was sold with 5 graphics cards in total. And I sold it to my brother, in fact. He decided to take that off me because he's in a small unit and he has free electricity. So the efficiency wasn't so much of a big deal for him. So that's gone to a new home. But not to worry, because I'll be building more rigs in the future, and I'll update you as those go on. So what I'd like to show you now is the fire extinguisher balls. So I've not opened them yet, so I'll share that with you. First of all, I picked this up It's just a refurbished CO2 fire extinguisher. So I thought that was good to have in the garage anyway, but really also for the miners. So I picked up one of those. Just got it off Amazon, and it was a refurbished one. I think it cost about £25. So just for extra safety in the garage. So fire safety, like I say, is super important. But the other cool thing, so someone mentioned in the comments about these automatic fire extinguisher balls, and at first I thought it was like a novelty or a joke kind of product, but I've done quite a lot of research into it and realised that these are a real thing. They're really useful. So I'll take it out of the box and I'll kind of explain what it is and how it works. This is it, and it's kind of a bit smaller than a bowling ball. It weighs, I don't know, about a kilogram, something like that, I guess. So what it is a fire extinguisher ball. The way it works is it's automatic. What you do is you just put it somewhere that you think might be exposed to danger, like a fire source. So for example, with me, I'd put it near my shelving or on my rigs or close to it. So you can have it somewhere that quite warm. I think the maximum is about 79 degrees Celsius. That is the maximum kind of normal heat tolerance. And the way it works is it's a polystyrene shell, a cylindrical polystyrene shell, and inside you have some black powder. Around the outside of that black powder, so in the cavity, there is a fire extinguisher powder, and then there's this fuse wire that runs kind of all along the outside edge like a seam of the ball. So what happens is you place this somewhere that might be vulnerable. A fire gets going, the fire catches the fuse wire, and basically this thing explodes. It completely blows up. I'll show you a little clip that I've seen online. And what happens is that during that sort of like mini explosion, it knocks the fire out completely. So it's really cool, and it's really good for a little bit of extra protection in those areas that you want someone kind of, the areas that you can't monitor yourself full time. So having these, it gives you a bit more peace of mind. So yes, I just want to share with you. I picked up a few of these, and this is the first time I've got them out actually, just because I've been so busy. But I'm going to be using these as well, and like I say, really just for extra peace of mind. So I think it costs about £35. They're a little bit of money, but really, I mean, even if you just got one and put it, at the top of your rigs, it'll probably be quite good. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Next up, I'll show you the other rig. So the 13 GPU miner is now a 12 GPU miner, and that's outside. So the reason why I changed it to a 12 GPU miner is because I could not get it running stable with 13 GPUs. At first I thought it was the riser cables or the graphics cards, and I'd done lots of swapping around. It took about a week of testing, and I just couldn't get it running stable no matter what. So in the end, I removed one of the graphics cards and I sold that one with the Elcheapo rig, and now it's got 12 GPUs. So at the moment it's mining Ethereum, and it is mining around 175 hashes per second, mega hashes, sorry, and using about 950 to 975 watts. So that's outside. I moved that into my little bike shed area. Also the other day, I'll just show you quickly, I had a smart meter fitted. So this is it here, it just plugs into the wall, and then it connects to your gas and electricity, and it tells you what you're using over the period of time. So at the moment you can see I'm using, across the whole house, 1.7 kilowatts. So probably 1.3 of that is my miners, but it's quite cool just to keep a track of your house and how much energy you're using overall. There's lots of different features. You can see how much you're using in pounds and pence and things like that. You can also go and there's like a history option, so you can see how much you're using hourly, daily, etc. So that's quite cool. They're rolling these out free in the UK, so that might be an option for you guys. Anyway, let's take a look at that miner outside. So let's take a little peek inside. So excuse the junk, we've got lawnmower bikes, that's all going soon, so don't worry about that, I'll be tidying that up shortly. So you can see the miner, I've moved the two RX 470s, or two of the 470s, to the front or the edge of the graphics rig to get some extra fan cooling on there. 120mm fans down at the bottom on the vent holes. So I have all these holes, I drilled quite a lot of them and then just put some mesh to stop any like leaves and debris blowing in, and tops and bottoms, so it's a bit like Swiss cheese now, the shed. But overall, I'm pleased with everything. It's working well and it's not too hot. It's running quite nicely. Right, so that is about it for the main things. One other thing was I've been in touch with Asus. In fact, they contacted me. So I'm quite excited. I've got some cool things coming in, hopefully in the next couple of days. So within a week, hopefully I should have some extra cool videos to share with you. I've got some other hardware coming also, so I'm going to be doing more benchmarking and things like that. That's all coming soon. So at the moment, I'm just got a lot going on, being really busy indoors, but I'm trying to get videos out on a regular basis, so long as they're kind of worthwhile. So that really is just about it for this video. One other thing I wanted to mention as well, sort of see it there. So Max at Cryptic Gear sent me over this t-shirt. So it's just a plain t-shirt with an Ethereum logo, but he does a lot of cool t-shirts and stuff over there. So if you're interested in getting some you know, branded clothing, go check them out. Max sent it over for free, so I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'll put a link in the video description for you. So any questions or comments about meme and miners, hardware, wallets, crypto, that kind of stuff, just put those in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching, bring you guys up to speed. Don't worry, more videos are coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.